Alright, welcome back to the League Race. This time we're back with FTRL for number 2 at Spa in Belgium. Jeez, there's a lot to say about this. By the way, you're not getting the note. You're not getting a no conversion for this. By the way, it's not even worth it. Not even worth it. So let me explain the problems that this game has given this track. There's always been a decision to make with this track whether you go low downforce or high. But never in history at this place has it been like, some people are using like 0-0 wings, 1-3 wings, 2-3 wings. It's never been this bad, but this is what this game dictates, is that you've got to run basically no downforce to get the best lap time here. And it's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous. I tried these setups, couldn't get them to work. I understeered everywhere. I had no rear stability. They just don't work for me. And even you're going to see I think I left it with 911 wings. You're going to see the compromise, like how much I struggle. Like there's a flipping apex that's completely blown up and missed. So I had hoped that maybe others would have struggled with stability, and I could count on, 911 wings gives me some. It gives me some rear stability, which I could work with, which I was really struggling with because I kept losing the back end through Pouon, and I didn't have enough front end to get through Paul Frere, which is the right-hander just after Stavilo before for Blanchimont. So I had no turn-in for that. I found low speed turn-in to be really rubbish, and I couldn't really get the roll bars to play properly either with all that. So my best time in practice was like a 43 something, nothing to write home about. But it was the compromise I had to make because I just figured that race stability would be the way forward. And I'd hope that maybe others would struggle with the stability of the setup, like of your completely like either no downforce or very little downforce. And by the way, there's not like, you wouldn't think there's such a massive difference between 2-3 wings or something, or 2-5 or whatever to 911. It doesn't seem like, you wouldn't think it'd be that big, but anyways, but we're running the fish helmet, by the way, which is, I love the helmet, but it's probably the worst in the Ferrari. So I might go back to my other helmet, and then for next season, if I'm doing it next season, then I'll run the fish helmet, just because the Ferrari is like the worst car it could go in, to be fair. It's just red and orange just don't go together. Everything else in the grid would go fine, basically. Very similar to the pumpkin helmet back in F1 2019. And 43.7 was my PB with this setup, and it was good for P11 in the end. So, yeah. Honestly, the qualifying I knew wasn't going to be the best. I just had to hope that the race would be better than others because it would fall apart around, essentially. Medium hard is the only strategy to really do here now. In the past, you could do soft medium, but yeah, it's no longer a possibility. There's my shit setup, by the way. Just, yeah, the tires didn't feel good themselves, but I was just in a very unhappy place with the setup. It felt fine. It felt stable. It was just slow, and you're going to see how that gets on. Much better parking job this week, I must say.
Nice.
0.7 short or so, but yeah, much happier with that than I was in Brazil, to say the least. So we'll see how we get on. And by the way, mind your ears. This is why there's no conversion, because I got the audio glitch for this. Honestly, absolutely horrid if you've ever raced with this. Everything's complete. Not a bad start, by the way. Joe got an absolute flyer there, but just everything is just. Like, your sense of hearing is one that you really need in league racing. Like, you're picking up on like your throttle, how much you hit the limiter, any wheel spin. It's all stuff that you hear, not just feel. And so when that loss of audio as quality is, listen to that. It's just absolutely horrid. So I'm super distracted because I'm not with the car, essentially, because it's just an absolute mess. Lap 4, nothing fucking happened. I lost touch of the guys in front on their hards. I just couldn't get into a rhythm with the setup. Just still struggling with, and just this is shenanigans not helping. Race pace just disappeared. Safety cars deployed then on lap number 5, which gives us only one option really on hards, which is to go to the end on hards. Sway very kindly offered to engineer us, and he suggested actually. We're going to pit for hards, by the way, is what we're doing here. He suggested resetting, closing the app and restarting it again since we're under safety car. And I took him up on that offer. I thought it was a good idea. I thought, because I was in P13 or something anyway, because I lost the position to Dan because I had to stack behind my reserve teammate.
What the fuck?
Yeah, initially went on. The car initially went on the brakes, but it didn't matter in the end because the lag would have bubbled or whatever. So yeah, at this point, then I hopped back into the car. This is lap 7. So thankfully we didn't have a short safety car, but yeah, just get the tires back up to temperature. Then managed to get the tires up to speed decently, but yeah. So audio is now working again, so happy days. But yeah, just honestly rough stuff. This race doesn't deserve no com, honestly. Like a no com version just can't be arsed. It just no audio, and that shitty audio doesn't help. Yeah, safety car stuff, shenanigans, usual stuff. Around Belgium, it's particularly bad. Driving in the pack of safety cars is rough sometimes. But anyways, Dan made that error in judgment, and we lost nearly 3 seconds already, so which is awful. So much time down. Really, really bad. So yeah, not great. So we're already kind of away from the pack before DRS is even enabled, so it's going to be rough. Some squabbling in front did allow us to catch up a little bit, and you'll see that a little later on. But you're going to see Maxi sign here. Look, I'm running 911 wings. It's not a high amount of wings. But look, I know I lifted through Radeon, but even still,
I can't compete with that straight line.
there's nothing I can do here. Absolutely, look at him tear away. This is I'm scared to wonder what Monza's going to be like, because it's going to be exactly the same. Yeah, Joe gets taken out there. Barcelona goes into a wall. My entry speed to that corner, I think it's Bruxelles. It's like 70, 80 miles an hour. I just remember that for later. No safety cars deployed, which would have been, nothing doesn't change anything for us on hards, having just pitted. If you're on the hards, I guess you could get mediums. Actually, yeah, pretty good time to get mediums to the end, actually, because lap 13. They're not going to be great, but here's the thing, like, actually, when I pitted on my mediums, they're already 40%. So, like, the tyre wear was atrociously bad here. Anyways, opposite end of the spectrum this time, we get to jump on Matt Man and Tom and such behind. A bunch of guys pitted under that safety car this time, so... yeah, we got a nice track position. If I had pace, this would have been good, but I do not have pace, and you're going to see how quickly I get gazumped by the field. Just really struggled with turn in, and obviously straight line speed was just toast. So it's just a combination of perfect storm. I've never known it to be this bad in Belgium where it comes to deciding how much downforce to run versus straight line speed. Let me look at this shit. Tam is nowhere near me. Absolutely nowhere near me. I tried to even use a little bit of ERS to defend. I just don't even bother to defend the inside line. It's just gone. Anyways, he's on old mediums, I believe. And I was nowhere near him. And then heading into the braking zone, I carried as much speed as I normally did. He locks up.
Bloody hell. Why is he going so fucking slow?
If I hit him, that was a 70 odd miles an hour. I don't know how slow he was going through that. You don't need to go that slow through Bruxelles. I don't know. I feel bad I hit him, but yeah, just it was a really. I don't think I wasn't even going that quick to begin with. So that was an odd one to me. Why he was going so slow? Maybe he just didn't have the tires. I don't know. But I took as much speed as I normally do to that corner. So yeah, that was why I was so surprised. There goes one car, which is Adam, and then Yarm's going to get me hinting into before we get down to Eau Rouge. Who's the car behind me? Barcelona? Yeah, he's been in the wall since. And lo and behold, is he going to... Actually, no, he's not going to get me because I got DRS this time around. But just, yeah, even with 911 wings or whatever, it was 1011, just straight line speed just absolutely killed me. I'm scared to imagine how bad Monza's going to be with this, because it's the same shit, 0 wings. And it's just ludicrous. I don't understand how it shouldn't work. Like, you shouldn't have no downforce, and... I don't know, that setup doesn't fundamentally make any sense compared to last game when it comes to this stuff. Anyways, it's just one of those things. It's lap 21, then Wesker got by me. He was Superman passed me and then had an off, and then was able to overtake me again. I had nothing left. My tires were over 60%. Yeah, we're on the last lap. It just shows you how much nothingness was in this race. I know this hasn't been the great... I've had one good result here in FTRL in the past, but... I don't know, man. This hasn't been a great track for me. And then Superman goes off there as well. And Western's got a penalty. So we're going to finish P9. But I don't know, man. I found myself... Hopefully I'll fare better at Monza, because that track's been much better to me ever since 2019 onwards. Yeah, I have nothing else really to say about this. P9. I mean, we finished. We finished the race and we improved on our grid position, but that was. I was honestly hoping for a little bit more, but as the race unfolded, it was just clear that it wasn't going to be the case. So yeah, pretty rough stuff. Yeah, I like the helmet, but that was the only good thing about this race was the fact I could use the fish helmet. But yeah, honestly, I scare for Monza if that's what the situation is. If this 0-0 wings crack isn't clamped down on, because as a fundamental setup, it just shouldn't make any sense. Or at least from what we've known in the past. I know teams in real life run less minimal downforce, but I'd even if I ran 20 front and rear wing or whatever, I'd understand. But it's not that much different from 9 and 11. So, anyways, I don't even know what's tracks next. Is it Netherlands? I think it's Netherlands. I've gone well there in the past, so hopefully downforce levels can come back to normal and we can have a much more competitive race. But yeah, there we go. Just get this one in the bin, and yeah, thanks for watching this rant, I guess, of setups, and until next time.